Peace, love, and light, everyone. I hope all is well. This is your girl, Serena Wills, and welcome. Welcome to another segment of poetry, publishing, and literary artistry. For those who are new to me and don't know who I am or what I do, I am a four-time self-published author. I'm a poet and a publishing coach. I also teach classes on the self-publishing process. And today you're going to get a glimpse of one of the workshops that I teach, Self Publishing 101, the foundation. And we talk a little bit about beta readers. So for those who you might be new to the Indie Soup Media Network. Part one of beta readers is in the last season. So I encourage you to go back, check out a replay, because we are continuing the conversation on beta readers. So, for those who don't know who they are, beta readers is a group of people, and we talked about the number. We talked between two to three people that someone who is a writer, and you need someone else to read your work. Because yes, your book is going to sound great to you. It's your book baby, as I call my books. But how's it going to sound to your audience? How's it going to sound to those who read this genre of writing? For me, I'm a poet. I also write fiction and nonfiction. I'm also a health and wellness writer as well. So how will it sound to other people? So you want to recruit uh, avid readers who will read your book. So they will read it from front to back and they will give you very honest feedback. So this is when you have completed your manuscript, you're done writing. You say, "Okay, I'm done. You've done the introduction, dedication, acknowledgments. You've done it all. You are absolutely done." And you might have done your own flushing out your book, and that's part of the editing process is going back and reviewing your own book before you put it in the hands of an editor, right? But in between you reading through your own book, because I do a line by line edit of my own, and I read my books out loud to see if I didn't capture something, or sometimes we say what we want to say in our minds, but it doesn't make it to paper. So you read out loud and you say, "Oh, I forgot to type in that word," and you type it in. So before your manuscript goes to an editor, this is where the beta readers come in. Now, when I say you want to get readers you can trust, you want those who will give you honest feedback, and people who like or love the genre. Now, honest feedback is honest feedback. They do not have to be critical, they don't have to be hypercritical. We're not looking for that. There's a way to critique work without hurting feelings. Okay. As a writer, the goal is to give them firm deadlines. So when you find your beta readers between two to three, that's a nice number. Why two to three? You don't want just one person reading your book, and you also don't want five or 10 people reading your book. Two or three, you're getting, okay, a couple of people, okay, three people, because you're getting their feedback and you want to take their feedback. And if it's really going to help boost your book, you put their feedback into your book to make it even better, right? So it's a workable number. So when you do the agreement, because you're going to do an agreement with your beta readers, in that agreement, you're going to have a deadline, a timetable. You'll say, okay, let's say, for example, it's June 20th. Um, my book is 135 pages, and I'm giving you 6 weeks, 6 week deadline. Now, the agreement that you're going to write, we talked about this in the last segment about beta readers. I'm just giving you just kind of a snapshot as to what we talked about. You will have an agreement between them because this is your work. You want to make sure you write in there that this work belongs to you. It is copywritten, and that this is your work and your work only. The way you send it, if you do an e format, there's a way you can protect your work through email. You in the agreement, they sign it, you sign it. If you want to add in even a notary that witnesses both signatures, you can do that. In your agreement, you want to have a timetable as to when they're going to get the book back to you. And remember, um, this is your dream. This is your passion. So you want to get your book back in a reasonable time so you can get the feedback, put the feedback into your book, and that way flush it out and then send it on to the editor. So remember, please remember this. Once you receive the feedback, please don't take it personal. Okay. So it is easy to take it personal. Do not. This is positive feedback, positive critique. Okay. Positive to help your book be even greater. And as a thank you for reading your book, you might have discussed with them as in the agreement how you want to honor them reading your book. It could be hey, I'm going to give you a complimentary autographed book, um, plus a gift card. Um, once my book is published, of course. Some like, gift cards. For example, I had two beta readers read Artist Paradise, Piece of Life, Volume 3. That's my latest book. And each of them got a gift card. So some sort of token of your appreciation. There are beta readers though that do this as a part-time job. Okay, so if, for example, if you go on Upwork.com, it's a great website, or Fiverr.com, they're all wonderful websites where uh, you could find contractors, you could find freelancers, and you can find beta readers. Another place to find beta readers is on social media, doing a call. You can email people, text people, but find them in social media. You can find them in writers groups that you're doing a call for beta readers. You're looking for two or three people. But some will tell you, hey, the gift card is nice and the autograph book is great, but I do this as a part-time job. Okay. Or some even do it for a full-time job. And you can agree on a stipend and see the amount that it would work for them. And if it's out of your budget, okay. If it's within, like, all right, we can do this. So once you get the feedback from your beta readers, okay, you're going to take your time, read through page by page. How they get it back to you is I use Microsoft Word as how I love to write through Microsoft Word documents. And there is an option for comments, and the comments are actually alongside of the manuscript. So the comment will coincide with the area, and it'll actually point to the area that they're talking about. And they might ask a question, hey, what did you mean here? Um, hey, I'm a little confused. I don't really know what you're trying to say. Or they may even say, hey, this was fantastic. This was great. That was a great analogy, a great metaphor. So it's also a place where they can give you praise, okay, in the comments. But you go through comment by comment and you take their document and you have yours open, and then you can say, okay, yeah, that sounds great. Or you can answer their question like, hey, yeah, this is what I meant by this. I saw you had a question for me in the comments, and then see if they have any feedback with you answering their questions. And then once you compile all the feedback, you have put it all together, flushed it out. Sounds fantastic. They're paid. They have their, whether they're paid or gift cards, and of course, if it's also an autograph book, they have to wait until it's published. You now will put your manuscript into the hands of your editor. If you're asking now, how do I find an editor? Well, you're going to have to go back, and you're going to have to go back to season 1 and 2. Um, and also here in season 3, I do part 3 on editors. But you have to go back. Yeah, so that is it on, the part 2 of beta readers. So if you want to learn more about the self-publishing process, you have questions, you want to reach out, feel free to go to my website, serenawills.com, SERENAWILLS.com. And there I have my coaching and my workshops available. You will see which workshops are coming up soon. There's one this winter that's going to be virtual before we close out 2024. And for those who are like, hey, I have to miss it, or I miss self-publishing 101, you can actually go to my website and you can purchase and download a recorded workshop. And you also get the handouts that I gave out as well. I also have poetry books on my website as well, and you can see what events I have coming up as well. I'm also on social media, across social media platforms under Divine Write. That is my spoken word and stage name, DIVINEWRYTE. That's also the name of my health and wellness coaching practice. If you come across Divine Write Wellness, that is also me. That's my other hat. But yeah, check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Actually, on Facebook, I'm under Serena Wills, SERENAWILLS, all one word. Okay, so stop by, chat with me on social media, or hopefully I'll see you in a workshop coming up. And I hope you learned a lot about beta readers. Maybe you might be interested in becoming a beta reader. Hey, go for it. It's a great gig, and you're really helping out a writer and an aspiring author. All right, so that is my time for today. Take good care, and one love for now. Bye. Thank you.